Hello.
Hello. How are you feeling? Bit rough?
Yeah. So, the purpose of this video is just to go over the Ambassador cruise we've just done. You watched the videos, and now this is a representation of what we thought. Good bits, bad bits.
Yeah.
Gonna start with, not impressed with the cold. I came back with a cold first, you'll now got it. So, the bit where you fill in your medical stuff beforehand to say that you've not had any colds and flus in the past 7 days, well, everybody lies on that, so forget that bit completely. You should just get rid of it. Because everybody was coughing and sneezing.
There was a lot of coughing and sneezing on board, wasn't there?
That was rubbish. So, not the waffle too much.
No, because I'm going out.
I'm sure we will. Right, so I broke it into categories. I've got some notes, so I don't forget. You haven't.
No.
Right, my first category, embarkation.
Easy.
Very easy. It was just like booking into a hotel, to be honest. It's quick and easy as that.
Brilliant. Very helpful, very friendly.
Yes, very friendly at that bit, yeah.
At that bit.
We were literally out the car, in the terminal, on the ship within 15-20 minutes. Easy.
Easy.
You could park outside. Somebody came up with a trolley, took our bags away.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was dead easy. No complaints about that whatsoever.
No.
Right, impression in general of the ship. Impression in general of the ship.
The ship was lovely. As a vessel, it was beautiful.
So I've got a caveat to that. Yes, it was in good condition for its age, because it is quite an old ship. The passage was smooth, minimal vibration. Didn't have any problems with the cabin as we had, in other cruises. But the layout, we'll come on to more of that, I'm sure. But the layout to me was so disjointed. You had a pub area, which was small, and that was their main entertainment venue. But you couldn't get more than probably 500 people in it, if that. Yet you had on the top of the ship, you had a massive area that wasn't utilised all the time.
No.
It was used for the disco at night, but the observatory could have been their main function room. Yes, it's on the top of the ship, mobility, everything else, I know that. And to get to it, there's only one set of lifts that work, that go up to 14. But it just seemed like, on the day we went to the Botanical Gardens to get a drink. After we went to about 3 different bars that were shut, or one was open and told us it wouldn't service. But the Botanical Gardens, it was just a nightmare. It really was. Getting a drink, couldn't sit down. It really wasn't easy, that bit. So the ship itself, very nice, well looked after. The weird thing I thought about as well is on the Marella ships, you always see somebody with the turtle packs on, hoovering up and...
Yeah.
There was none of that on that ship at all. You had one guy doing the stairs.
One day we saw a guy doing the banisters, didn't we? And that was it.
The ship wasn't dirty.
But it was clean.
Yeah, it wasn't dirty, but there was never anybody visible cleaning it.
No, we must have done it when we were all in bed.
I guess so. There you go. Right, so in general, nice ship, but the layout to me, not great.
Could have been better.
Morella's better. I'd say that, definitely. And probably other cruise lines as well. Right, things I liked. I'll let you go first this time. Things you liked about it.
The cocktail list was very extensive. That was good.
I've got that.
Yeah.
Although we didn't make full use of it
because we couldn't get served enough. Embarkation was brilliant.
Yeah.
I liked the style of the ship. The shows we saw were excellent.
Yeah.
I've
got all of those, but another one I've got the Buckingham Suites, the Buckingham restaurant staff.
Were brilliant. Yeah.
The Buckingham was really good, and the food was pretty good as well.
Yeah, the choice for me in the Buckingham restaurant wasn't brilliant, but if you're a good eater, because for you the choice was okay, wasn't it?
Yeah, there were some things I didn't like. A lot of seafood, but there always is on ships.
Yeah, there always is. Yeah.
But yeah, the buffet, bit hit and miss.
Hit and miss.
And the fact it closed about 9 o'clock was ridiculous.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So going on then, things we didn't like. I've got a lot.
There was no midnight buffet. Couldn't get a drink.
Yeah, something I've mentioned already, the random areas. You had little pockets of venues, and the thing that got it for me is there was never any sort of regular entertainment. It was a bit spasmodic. I mean, we went into Raffles one night and there was a guy sitting there at the piano. I thought, oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
And then he got a guitar out.
Yeah.
And started strumming it at the piano. It just...
Yeah.
It seemed a bit bizarre.
Yeah.
I think they were caught out, personally. I think the extra 500 passengers...
I think they were caught out on the week we were on. So I don't think we got a true reflection, to be fair.
Because seating was terrible. I mean, one particular night when Martin Kemp was DJing, yes, it's going to be popular, but we had to sit there almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
So we didn't lose our seats.
So we didn't lose our seats.
Yeah, and they were queuing out the doors. It was ridiculous.
And a lot of people didn't get in, apparently.
No, that's what I heard. And the shows as well. People were going into the shows an hour and a half before the start.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just... It was encouraging people to hog things.
Hog seats, yeah. And the seating is a bit bizarre because it's not... let's get as much seating in as we can. It's like sofas and chairs.
Yeah.
Rather than, let's think about, we're going to have a lot of people in this venue, we need to get as much seating as possible. So I don't think the way they've furnished it is the best way that they could have done it.
No. I mean, the Palladium itself, it's a nice place. It looks quite big on the camera. But it isn't.
It's not.
You've got a massive stage that jots out into the front, which is great. You know, you get to see a lot, but it takes so much seating space up.
Yeah.
The ship is not meant to be at capacity, and I think that's the problem we had.
Yeah.
It was at capacity and it couldn't cope. No, I think the rest of the time it'd be fine. But there you go. I put down pub too small. Cabins as well. Put a note on those. They weren't turned down at night like Morella.
Oh no. No chocolate on your pillow and they weren't turned down. I mean, that's just, it's not important, but it's a nice touch.
Yeah.
You know, welcome back to your cabin. Hope you've had a good evening, kind of thing. Yeah, that was a bit, but that's not major, is it?
The weird thing, they obviously don't read everything you do online. Because I put down we want a double bed. We got there was 2 single beds.
2 single beds.
It was okay, they pushed them together, but then you saw the light switches were in the wrong place. We kept turning them on and off. And the crack in the bed, they might as well have left them as they were.
Yeah.
Because if we tried to have a little cuddle, you fall down the middle of the bloody bed. So, yeah, I wasn't impressed about that, to be honest. Just those little touches.
Yeah.
And it just didn't seem, those little touches were there. Like the restaurant. Yes, they served you food, but it was a case of, can I have this? Can I have this? Can I have this? Where on other ships you go, can I have that, and they go, yeah, thank you very much, there you go, there's your plate, have a great day. It was like, here's your food. Yeah. It was just chucked there and then they got on with somebody else. Yeah. It just didn't have, I think they class themselves as one of the friendliest ships, or friendliest cruise lines. I'll be honest, it wasn't. I find Morella friendlier, personally.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
It's a shame because the staff in the Buckingham restaurant were so friendly.
Yeah, they were.
But maybe they were over friendly, which made it look as though the rest wasn't.
No, they just weren't friendly.
They just weren't friendly though in the buffet, were
they? Were polite, everything else, they just weren't. Whereas on Morella, you get the characters and have a little sing-song and a joke with you. Yeah. It's just, here's your food. Yeah. Off you go. But anyway, there you go. Right, next category. How was Disembarkation?
Brilliant.
Well, I'll differ to that, to be honest.
Do you think?
So, as you saw from the video, we took our cases out of the cabin at 7:30 in the morning, which is not impressive.
Yeah. No, that's not good.
And then got down the level, and to be honest, struggled a little bit because the cabins and the alleyways are not that wide. And
there were cases outside.
You got people's cases outside, And then the guy down from us, not our cabin boy, the guy down from us said, you can leave those in your cabin, didn't he tell you? Well, no, actually he didn't.
No.
So we struggled back up again. Then went for breakfast. So that was a bit naff.
Yeah.
Getting off as well, we had to queue quite a long time to get off. They had 2 exits going off into one alleyway. And a very tight alleyway at that. Yeah. And there was lots of ramps and juts and everything else. So getting on the ship's great because you haven't got cases.
But if we'd have used their staff to remove our cases instead of doing it ourselves, it would have been easier. Yeah. But because we didn't want to wait to get off because our son was coming to collect us early, I think we made it harder for ourselves.
We probably did.
Yeah.
But it wasn't... If you can wait and let them do it, I think it's better.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because getting on was fine. Anyway, so, other comments in general. I'll let you go.
No, you go, because I'll need to think.
All right. So, it was the greatest hits cruise we went on.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, I think we expected more. We had Pop Masters with Ken Bruce, which was great. We had Ken Bruce and Martin Kemp doing a question and answer in the morning, and they left things in your cabin so you could fill out questionnaires and do them. And then Martin did his DJ set at night as well.
Yeah.
Jenny and Kate did the DJ set as well. We didn't see that because you weren't feeling very well.
No, that was my fault.
But I know they were about the ship. People did say they saw them, but we did the ship tour, didn't see them. And we didn't really see much of them, apart from Ken was in the centre court. Yeah. And he was quite happy to take pictures.
He was brilliant.
Shake people's hands. He was great.
We did see the girls in the Botanical Lounge.
We did. But
because they were being interviewed.
Yeah.
And they did do a couple of photos, but then they left, didn't they? But it did seem that their entourage were pushing them, but then maybe they had something else they had to do. Who knows?
I don't know. It just felt
but
like...
we didn't see them about the ship chatting to people.
It felt like they were working for a purpose, not being there for the people. Yeah. I mean, Martin Kemp did his set and ran out, which surprised me, I'll be honest. I'm sure there's good reasons, but it just surprised me that you want to go on those sort of things to meet the people.
Yeah, we did. We thought after he'd finished he'd mingle, but he didn't.
And we wanted to meet him, but we didn't. I mean, we could have probably stopped the girls and asked for a photo, but I'm not a celeb chaser, so anyway, there you go. So that was a bit weird. They were a bit invisible, for my liking. One thing I've just thought of, and I've not written it down here, was you would go into some of the bars. Botanical was classic for this. You'd stand at the bar to get a drink.
Yeah.
And they go, sit down.
Sit down, we'll come to you.
And
then they don't come to you.
No, other people would go to the bar, and all the barmen would jump behind the bar and totally ignore the people that have been told to sit down and get a drink. So
that was frustrating.
Yeah.
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 You either go to the bar or you serve.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of areas were closed down. The pool deck bar could have been open,
but
to be honest.
This was late October, November.
But it was pleasant enough.
But it was pleasant
we
enough
walked
for
around
it
the
to be
pool deck
open.
a lot.
Yeah.
The ice cream bar closed.
Closed permanently. And our friend said she was shocked at that because it's always been open when they've been on, and they've been on in the winter.
Yeah. I mean, there was a bar at the back of the ship with hot tubs, and that was closed, understandably, because it was really windy. You wouldn't have expected it to be open. But in the actual pool area, it was well sheltered.
Yeah.
You could have opened that pool bar
they could have
quite easily. And that could have been a lovely area to just go up there, grab a drink and have a chat. I mean, a lot of people were having to come out of the restaurant into the pool bar.
Yeah.
You know, and then you have to go back in the restaurant again to get yourself a drink.
And we had to eat our breakfast in there a couple of days, didn't we, on the pool deck outside because there was not enough seating again in the buffet area.
It wasn't nice. The chairs were wet. It was cold.
That wasn't pleasant.
No. There you go.
But again, that was the time of year we chose to go, wasn't it? So
it was.
But there should have been enough seating.
Yeah, but they could have. I feel they could have handled it better.
Yeah.
One thing I put down here as well is there was no crew talent show. We love those talent shows. We went on the Voyager last year or early this year?
Last year.
Last year.
And
there was a guy called Adrian on there, surprise, and he made a whole outfit out of bottles.
Plastic bottles.
Plastic bottles. Brilliant. And he could sing. You know, you always have somebody that can sing, play guitar, do tricks even, you know. Yeah. The crew shows are brilliant because there's so much talent on those ships. None of that at all.
None of it.
You had the Baked Alaska night.
That was good. That was fun.
It was good, but it was like we're running around with a Baked Alaska with a sparkler on it.
And we're waving serviettes.
Which was nice.
But
I don't think I'd have missed it, to be honest, if we hadn't done it.
If we didn't know it was coming, we wouldn't have known that it was missing, would we?
Yeah.
No.
I've just seen it on other videos.
Yeah, exactly. Right, I'm going to have to go out now because I'm meeting my friend.
Okay. Again, this is all our opinions. You may have a completely different experience, and I hope you do. We didn't have a bad week. I mean, we still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
There's just a few niggles, and there always is on a ship. You know, you never get what you 100% want. But I feel
and
at
they're
the
a
moment.
new line, aren't they, as well?
Well, I've been going a couple of years now, so they should have had a lot sorted out. But I'll be honest, Morella tops it for me. Still.
Yeah, Morella tops it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I won't be in a hurry to go back an ambassador.
No.
I'm not saying I won't go on it again. I'd like to try the other ship and compare the two. But their itinerary is a bit bizarre. It's very long. I mean, some friends of ours have just come back from a world cruise and they did about 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. I don't want to do that.
No.
So
No.
it'll probably be Morella next time.
Yeah.
Anyway, you better go.
I better go.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Bye all.
Bye, everybody. Say bye.